5 open workouts, 7 regional events, and 17 regions have brought us to this point right here. Hello friends, I'm Rory McKernan, and I am live from the Stadium Club at the StubHub Center overlooking the soccer field. Now, this place is absolutely electric. Rogue Fitness has been here for over a week. They brought 20 semi-trailers worth of some torture equipment with them. The games administration is buzzing around like ants. The individual athletes, the teams are all here. Masters kickoff tomorrow. This place is absolutely electric. The annual gathering of the tribes has begun. CrossFit fans, welcome to the 2013 Reebok CrossFit Games. Now, we're here, of course, for the big announcement from the director of the CrossFit Games, Dave Castro, which is just a few moments away. In this room with me, I have the 46 men, 44 women who have distinguished themselves as the fittest from an initial field of over 140,000 athletes. Now, it's a mixed bag of emotions in here. We've got gritty veterans, we've got newbies all internalizing this in different ways. Let's talk about what's been announced so far. We know the general schedule. We know how the scoring system is going to go, and we know 4 of the events so far, kind of. So, before we get on to Dave Castro, let's talk about how these athletes are processing the information. One man who is no stranger to this competition, 2-time fittest man on earth and current reigning champion, Rich Froning Jr.
How's it going, Rory?
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Pretty good.
So, you've been here before. The unknown element. You're training all year for tests that you don't know. How do you go about doing that?
You try to somehow get your way into Dave Castro's head, but I don't think you can actually come up with anything that sick and twisted. But we try our best, and you try to do CrossFit and try to, be prepared for anything.
So you do try and anticipate somewhat?
Yeah, you do, but there's absolutely no way to anticipate what that guy can come up with.
So a lot of pressure for you. 2-time champion going for a 3-peat this year. How does that pressure affect you?
It's the same as every year. Same talents here, same group of guys, and it's, new guys. You never know who's coming, so it'll be fun. It'll be interesting. Now,
you've been a dinner guest of Dave Castro before, and you've been to the games quite a bit. What are you anticipating tonight?
I don't know. We were talking maybe, you have to drop in somewhere from a plane, with a parachute, give us some latitude and longitude, a certain time we have to get there by. Maybe even an open ocean kayak to Hawaii or back or something like that, so we'll see.
Yeah, the drop from a plane would be good for the country boy. I don't know about the kayak.
I don't know.
Thanks, Rich.
Thanks.
Miranda Oldroyd is standing by to hear from one of the female competitors, 2013 European Regional Champion, Samantha Briggs.
That's right, guys. I am here with Sam Briggs. Sam, you are no stranger to the games. However, first of all, welcome back.
Thank you.
You were out last year with an injury, and I just want to ask you, what does it feel like to be back?
Exciting. Last year was very hard having to pull out of the games and then watch everybody else competing. I wanted to be a part of that, so it's just great to be back with all these athletes and be among them again.
How challenging is it to stay focused for 2 full years to come back to the games?
It's hard work, especially because with an injury like mine, we didn't know how I'd be able to come back. So we were training not knowing if I'd be able to come back to full strength and be able to come back to the games. But luckily, working with some great people back in the UK, I've managed to come back to full strength, and I'm here back at the games.
All right, well, welcome back. We'll let you go take your seat for the announcement. Back to you, Rory.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. Please give your attention to the director of the CrossFit Games, Dave Castro.
This will be our 4th year hosting events at this venue. For the first time ever, we're going to take events to the soccer stadium. There will be 5 events in the soccer stadium throughout the course of the games. One of the events we have already announced. It's Saturday morning's event, and it's Naughty Nancy. Instead of sitting up here describing to you guys what Naughty Nancy is, I thought we'd show you what it is. Everyone step up, and let's move to the back of the Stadium Club. Everyone see Pat Barber? Wave.
Pat Barber!
Pat Barber is going to demonstrate 1 round of the workout for us. Pat Barber, are you ready? Stand by. 3, 2, 1, go. He's going to start the run by running to the concrete and running around the stadium. He's going to head north down this patch of concrete, staying on the concrete. He would have actually came off the bar to this concrete in front of us down here and ran along it, but we'll cover that in the athlete's brief. When he gets down there by the tent, he's going to make a right and come behind the tent on the concrete. And actually, you see that ramp. Instead, he's going to run up that ramp. And he's going to head up those stairs. And he's going to continue up the next set of stairs. And up and over the green pasture.
Keep going, Pat! Keep going, brother!
Right now, he's at about the 300-meter mark. This loop is 600. Bring him in. Let's bring him in. Once he returns to his bar, he will start his overhead squats. I'm going to count him up. The weight for the men, 140 pounds. The weight for the women, 95. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, Pat, get back on the bar. $16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, let's finish the workout, Pat. Let's finish the workout. $21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. That is one round of Naughty Nancy. Naughty Nancy is 4 rounds. Let's take it back to your seats.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, Pat.
Ladies and gentlemen, your CrossFit Games start Wednesday. Cue video.
The unknowable element of the CrossFit Games has always been the cornerpiece to the legitimacy of testing for the fittest on Earth. Any task requiring physical aptitude is fair game.
some in the air, most on land, and even at sea. For the first 4 years of the CrossFit Games, competitors' feet never left dry ground. But for the past 2, they've been expected to perform in the water. For logistical and equipment considerations, most CrossFit events do not include a pool. Likewise, the introduction of swimming to the CrossFit Games took place in the absence of one. In 2011, athletes learned they would face a beach event to kick off the Games with an open ocean swim near the Santa Monica Pier. The relatively modest 210-meter swim was amplified by a significant swell and the fact that some competitors had never swam in open water. 3 athletes failed to complete the swim outright, while 2009 champion Mikko Salo was sidelined by a ruptured eardrum sustained in the crashing waves. The following year, the swim was extended by 500 meters and preceded a hellacious bike and run through Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton. The event was a surprise, announced just 48 hours before. Again, the body count stacked quickly, but the swim also displayed the true spirit of the fittest. To be crowned fittest on Earth, one has to be world class, not just in standard workouts, but in any reasonable test of fitness.
And again, we are starting in the water.
Cue paddleboard.
Tim, sorry. That's 2014 surprise. Get out of here, get out of here. Come on, Tim, get with the program. This time, the ocean, it will not be. We are starting Wednesday's workout in a pool. For the first time ever in the CrossFit Games, we're taking you to a pool.
I like pools.
The workout will be swim 50 yards, 3 bar muscle ups. Swim 50 yards, get out of the pool, do 3 bar muscle ups. 10 rounds for time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your first event for Wednesday. Your second event for Wednesday will be a race. It's going to be a race that all of you participate in one large heat. The distance, a half marathon. How many of you have ever ran a half marathon? Okay, good. How many of you have ever rode a half marathon? At the start of go, you will row 21,097 meters for time. That is one scored event for 100 points. Within that, we have an additional scored event. The first 2,000 meters will be another 100-point scored event. This is good. I'm enjoying the reactions. This is really good. These are probably some of the best reactions I've ever had for a workout announcement. We actually had our director of training, Nicole Carroll, demonstrate this workout, and we're going to show you guys a video of the workout being done to give you an idea of what it takes.
So we're demoing one of the games workouts today, and it is a half marathon on the Concept 2 rower. and that's 21,097 meters for time. There's one other additional piece to this, which is a 2K checkpoint, and that's for time as well. So we've got the full half marathon and then a 2K checkpoint.
3, 2, 1.
My size, my rowing ability, I'm not gonna row super fast 2K.
I just want to put up a good time that makes Rich Froning work a little bit, you know. I don't know, I'm going to go hard, I think, on the 2K, but not all out. I was shooting for 158s. I knew that no matter what, I had to beat 2 minutes. I was rolling 155s for the most of the time, which felt pretty good.
Well, I don't really know how it's going to be to sit on the rower for 2 hours. Hopefully it's not more than 2 hours.
I try to keep my head engaged and make it a game, and then small little challenges along every 2,000-3,000 meters. I try to, okay, hey, I'm going to drop my split by 2 more seconds.
I think it's going to get hard towards the end. I think right around 15K. What starts to hurt at the end is just like legs start to burn, little tweaks like in my hip and in my low back. It's just like managing that and not freaking out.
Any questions? Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dave. We thought we were going to get one announcement. We actually got 4. Very, very naughty Nancy indeed. Sounds like a lethal dose of overhead squats. Then the first pool workout we're ever going to see in the CrossFit Games. Then the marathon row that starts with a 2K. I actually thought that row machines turned off automatically after 2,000 meters. It appears that's not the truth. One man, it's a very somber room to be honest with you, but one man who seemed very excited about these workouts, the second fittest man on earth from last year, Matt Chan. Matt, you look happy, my friend.
Well, yeah, I mean, I like a rower, I like the pool. Could do without 100 overhead squats at 140 pounds, but everything looks pretty good.
Cool. So do you feel like a weight's been lifted off? These things are good for you?
Yeah. I don't know about a weight being lifted off, but you know, you still got to go out there and do the work. That's a lot of rowing. It's a lot of rowing, and there's going to be some serious repercussions to a row of that duration. So I'm excited about it, though. It's going to be fun.
Now I see your wheels turning, and you're known as a strategist. So talking about that row, the 2K first, do you go for it out of the gates? How are you going to strategize that workout?
Well, I'll tell you what Jason Kalipa would probably tell me, and that's just go balls to the wall for the 2K and just deal with the 20,000 or whatever, you know, meters left.
The next hour.
Yeah. No, I think they're 2 100-point workouts. You got to take both of them very seriously and know your body and be able to push when you can.
Right on. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, pleasure.
To hear from one of the female athletes, let's head over to Miranda Oldroyd.
Hey guys, I am here with Elizabeth Akinwale. Elizabeth, they just dumped a ton of information on you guys all at once. What is the very first thing, the biggest thing that stands out to you right now?
Just the row, the length. My first thought was, can we wear headphones? Because it just seems like it's going to be a test of who's tougher mentally. I think it's going to be, like, rowing is a huge mental game, something for that distance especially. I'm super excited. It's fun. It's creative. I love the 2K like time cut trial or whatever you want to call it. So super excited. I love it. I love the creativity.
How do you prepare for something like that mentally when it does require so much mental toughness? What will you be thinking about? How will you get yourself through that?
Honestly, sometimes for something like long and that's sort of tedious like that, I'll probably think about my family and my son a lot and think about like good times, like stuff like that. And then probably that mixed in with thinking about some technique so that I'm staying, you know, moving as efficiently as I can to kind of abuse my body as little as possible. So those two things.
Now that you have all of this information, are you going to change what you do tonight and tomorrow night? What's the strategy now that you have more information about the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I won't worry about that. I'll let my coach worry about that, and then just do what he tells me to do to prepare for what we know. But I'm super excited, and I think that that's the most important thing for me to do right now is just be positive and look forward to doing the events.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, Elizabeth. Back to you, Rory.
So the mysteries have been revealed. We now know when the 2013 Reebok CrossFit Games will begin, and that's going to conclude our show for this evening. However, come check back in at 9 p.m. for the update show. Pat and Katie are going to break down this event and analyze what they think is going to happen. Of course, these are spectator events. The Wednesday events are a first-come, first-served basis. Check the game site for details on that. If you can't make it, we'll be live on ESPN3 as well, starting at 8 p.m. We knew what the meat and potatoes was. Now we know what's for dessert. It's time to watch the fittest athletes on earth dig in. Thank you for joining us tonight. Good night.